Hello and welcome. Since we're at the start, you can figure that this is going to be something new and completely different. And it is. I'm going to take a break from the storyline for a bit. I mean, not that I'm not going to play Our Darker Purpose, I'm just going to play it a little differently right now. Ready? All this stuff I have, I'm going to take some of it off. I'm going to take off Mud, I'm going to take off Mercantilism. I'm going to turn on Whispers. Got Vistas, my line cutting, my criticism. I've got 2 periods left. Do I really want to take off the Mud and Mercantilism? Yeah, I do. In fact, I'm going to turn on, not Gulping, but how about, I know that I shouldn't be using my credits because, you know, Counselor, but I'll get more this time. And this time, I don't really care. I'm going to turn on Hide and Seek, and I'm going to turn on Quaffables. Now, first question you can ask yourself is, what are you doing? Because I've never used those before. Well, I'm going to see what Hide and Seek does for one, because a lot of people say it's really good, but I guess I'm just not rolly enough to use it. Here's the second thing I'm going to do. This is going to be a Brogg run. In fact, I should actually take off Quaffables and put Shyness back on. There. So now if people get close to me, I'll crit them harder. But if they're away from me, at least I can shoot them. This is a Brogg run. What does that mean? It means that whatever I get is going to reflect a aspect of Brogg's, whether it be attack speed, attack power, crit chances, move speed, etc. That will be the only upgrades that I'm allowed to give myself. If I have no choice in the matter, I will take the one that's most Brogg-like. Anyway, let's get started, huh? This will be our Darker Purpose Brogg run. And the Waking Floors. So, the first thing we get is either plus 10% attack speed and more bonus damage, or plus 20% move speed. Now, we don't need the move speed yet. Broggs are fast, but they also attack pretty far, and attack quickly and hit hard. So, this one's actually difficult, and I'm going to get, as I lay dying, I get stronger. Because I think Broggs are more damaging, in my interpretation of them. Alright. Now we already know from the lore that the Broggs are the students who were too weak to be Woundworts and not talented enough to be Capulets, and definitely not gifted enough to join the Gifteds. By the way, the Gifted symbol, which is just a, you know, beaker, I gotta say I was kind of disappointed. I mean, I suppose I could be disappointed in the Woundworts because, I mean, it's just a skull. You know. What are they, pirates? Anyway. I kind of want to see what he goes for. R is for Russell, who took too many risks. Let's see. No, that one makes sense. S is for Sandy, who got stuck in a sack. What? The extra move speed, I mean, see, my normal move speed is 137, 435. I get the point of Hide and Seek, I really do. It's so that when you roll, you can get around people faster, I guess. And it's to roll away from really fast incoming attacks. But other than that, not much. The Potato Battery. Unfortunately, I'm not at liberty to make what items come for me. Although, I can assume that since I have a Potato Battery, and since I go I can dodge projectiles better now, that I can just attribute this to Brogg agility and have them go Matrix time, right? Wouldn't that be weird to have an enemy that does something like that? Okay. So, if I can grab a few more coins, which I might not be able to since it's the last room. Nope. Not unless there's some in these desks. Nope. Alright. I was thinking of buying Mephi's Wickedness. Alright. Boss. And the boss is some harmless markings. I'm tempted to think that some harmless markings is actually a trap. And what I mean by that is she herself is a trap set by Regan. I've already stated that I think that some harmless markings is actually a picture of Cordy being hanged. And the reason I think this is because of a few things. One, the hairstyle and everything. Two, it throws fireballs. If you remember when we beat Chapter 7, and for those of you who didn't see that, or not Chapter 7, Floor 7. For those of you who didn't see that, go back an episode. If you read that thing while I had it up, it talked about something firing fireballs after Cordy, and something that felt like her. Which was her. It's a doppelganger of her. We already found that out when I got locked in the treasure, or in her lunchbox last time. That for some reason Regan made a doppelganger of Cordy. At least I think it's Regan who did. It's never made it officially clear. Regan's last spell was basically to trap Cordy inside the lunchbox. I don't know if Regan's spell also made a duplicate. Who knows? It might be another faction. Something behind the scenes controlling them. It's been hinted at enough that the administrators are definitely behind something. Anyway, other magical beings around? Possible. So, back to our Brogg run. Now the reason I want to do this Brogg run as opposed to a normal run is because I want to give myself a break from the normal run. This is my I'm just doing it for the heck of it run. And if I get somewhere, good. If I don't, meh, it was just for the heck of it. It's like when the guy who's really good with the sniper rifle decides one day he wants to pick up the grenade launcher because it looks like a lot of fun. Oh my god, that thing is bouncing crazy. And I swear to god I've shot it. Too bad those little desks don't count as projectiles, huh? There. Tender's rapid shot is what we're going to take. Alright, roly-poly. Gonna drink because there is another one in this room. Or on this floor, I mean. I wish there was a actual measurement for the distance you needed to be in order for the crits to work from shyness. Like, is it 20? It's 20% when you're near them, right? Well, how close is near? Is it right up in their face? Is it up to the radius of this potato battery? And also, does it scale with distance? Like, let's say that desk was an enemy. Is that 20 or is that 5? Or is this 10? Is this plus 15% chance? Is this 20? Like right there, standing next to him. Alright. We continue. Floor is yet to be uncovered and discovered. Maybe Broggs would have mud. Maybe I probably should have taken it instead of taking shyness. Let's see. Broggs definitely are the rogues of this game, though. If I had to say anything. They're the outcasts, they don't fit in with anybody, and they just kind of are there. And in essence, Cordy is a Brogg. She was thought to be weaker than the other students, and she wasn't able to make her own faction, like Goneril and Reagan, although I guess you could argue she wasn't really given a chance. But I think Cordy would fit mostly in the category of being a Brogg. Whoop! Alright. What do we want? We want the spectacles. And we want raised general anxiety. Once again, focusing on how far Broggs can usually shoot. And how fast they move, i.e. dodging. Think of this as a quote-unquote speed run. What do we want? Speed. When do we want it? Well, whenever we can get it. And the more speed, the better. Hide and Seek's roll speed is something I'm going to have to get used to. It's not my typical roll speed. And whenever your speed gets changed, the first thing you have to do is get used to it. This is true for any game, or else you'll find yourself running into walls, running into enemies, things like that. I'm not used to rolling this quick. And it definitely would be better if I would have taken mud. I can definitely know that. Too small, normal, wealthy. Well, we're going to move up in the world as a Brogg and take on the Wound Warts in the cafeteria. That's right, we'll strike a blow back against our rivals. I will do a Wound Wart one. Here comes the freeze for a second. A Wound Wart run. At some point in time. It will be more of an item-based run. Probably have art and gulping. And it'll be more of a, I have a lot of life and I have a lot of attack. Alright. So, let's see how we do here. And just so you know, I am only doing the Brogg run until Goneril. If I happen to beat Goneril with this Brogg run, I'm going to stop the recording, maybe take a break for dinner, and I'll come back with part 2 of the Brogg run against Reagan. Or towards the Capulets, I guess. Not against Reagan, period. But I'm going to split this up into 2 episodes. In fact, if I ever do runs like that again, I'm never going to do that hour-long run of Runathon again. Because I don't think that was, well, something that a lot of people wanted. I could be wrong. Maybe people love sitting or listening to me talk ad nauseum for an hour and then fail to go anywhere. But anyway, that's neither here nor there right now. What is here are a bunch of guys with chalk and some chairs. The one thing about this room that always gets me is who I go after first. If there's a champion, well, usually I go after the chalk guys first, because they are by far the more annoying enemy. But if there's a champion, you have to always seemingly go after them last. Nah. Slowing on hit. There's only a plus 30% and plus 15%, for a total of plus 45% slow on hit. I got too used to rolling with mud. So I'm going to have to... I'll keep doing it. I'll keep attacking whenever I roll, pushing the directional buttons. Not that it will do anything though. Alright, let's see what's up here. And how close are we? This room. Oh yeah, this room will get us a lot. Juice boxes of darkness. The unbearable interest of being. Damage or move speed. This is a toss-up. Broggs do both. I've already gotten attack speed up. I've gotten move speed up from hide and seek. So I'll take juice boxes of darkness. For attack up this time. Yes. There we go. Alright, now let's go to the cafeteria and most likely fight either the Candelabra of Longing or the Cauldron of Yesterdays. Wait. I just realized we forgot a way. Well, at least this rolling allows me to move around the map quickly. Alright, here we are in this room of lead this guy around. This is a follow the leader room. Is that what they're called? I don't know. That's what I'm calling it. Lead the big guy around, have him get you as many tokens as you can, because the next room is most likely the room with the shop. And therefore we want money. We have 14. Alright. I've got to show you something, alright? And I'm going to show it to you in this room to see if I was right. This happened to me once. Only once. And no one could recreate it. So let's see if I can do it again. I have my manuscript. I will activate it. I will fire twice. I will now buy a schooner. Right? I fire one more time. Look. I swear to God that I am trying to fire right now. I am. It won't work. I can't. I can't fire at all. After buying the schooner from the shop and using my manuscript twice, I can't fire anymore. And I think it's because of that. Because of the shop. Now watch. I can fire now. Let's see if it does it again. Okay. 1, 2 shots. Now it doesn't. So, and I'm not going to take the schooner this run because I'm not going for a schooner run. If I was using the schooner, okay, the My Manuscript even remembered that I had one more shot with it left when I picked it up. It's when I bought the schooner from the shop, it disabled my attack for some reason. I don't know why. Probably because I didn't actually pick up the schooner It just replaced my manuscript. Anyway, that's my bug I was talking about. I'll be linking that later in the forums. Anyway, back to the Brogg run. Brogg run, we're going to have a Brogg run. My manuscript with crit chance is actually really good, especially with criticism, because, well, oh, I forgot Sudsy was one of the choices we could have still fought. I don't know, maybe I just don't think about Sudsy anymore. Alright, so a thing I think I've kind of begun to realize. Hey, that was a lot easier than the last time I tried to hit you with your own spike. So there's a new way to hit him with his spike. Although the tried and true method is to stand there, take a few shots with him, and, well, he'll get hit. Trust us. Anyway, back to what I was saying. When you, as you go up levels, floors, not levels, I guess, because levels would equal experience. So floors, we'll say. As you go up floors, enemies gain a percentage of more hit points. This is them scaling with you, I think. At least that's how it seems. When I definitely got to the terrace last time, I'm pretty sure it took a few more shots to take out those those mirror holding girls in the first terrace, along with the plants. They were definitely more hit points, more than 668. I'm pretty sure. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with them scaling scaling the enemies, making them harder as I go up. I just wish that our damage would scale with it too. Hint, hint. Like I said, I don't want damage to be crazy, but if it would go up at least by like 1 every time we level. Just 1. Especially because sometimes the books just don't want you to have damage. You can go a whole run without getting any damage up books. We're gonna level again soon. Maybe 3 or 4 more rooms? Depending. And the depending is on what's in them. Damn you, roly-poly. Okay, AP Magnificent is the only one left. I wonder what the A and the P stands for. He gave us a fedora. I'm over the fedora for a bit, but let's grab it anyway. It's more of a wound ward item than a Brogg item, I think. In my opinion, because Broggs aren't known for their survivability, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Wound warts are, on the other hand, known to take tons of damage and come back at you, right? Ugh. Alright, here comes the new green cloud. Whoop. Normally I would have taken my Schooner and this would have been done, but Schooners are more of a calculated item, if not a gifted item, because as we saw, there are gifteds who use Schooners. Multiple Schooners that hunt you down. Not the best shooter. Poorly drawn juice box. Alright. Once again, more chalk, more survivability, more damage. A lot of these rooms seem to have been populated by items after the update. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that a lot of them have. Like just the random juice box, or the X number of tokens. Which is good. We needed more drops. Lord knows that the books that give us more drops don't give us enough. Sometimes. Alright, there's one Cassie down. Anyone not understanding why I call these things Cassies? Go back to my giant marathon run and you'll find out. I have it, don't worry, I have the section labeled out in the description so that you can just skip to it and you don't have to watch the entire hour to understand why I call them Cassies. Let's see. Go. Just for that. I don't think I got something that drops extra juice boxes, did I? No. Now, I don't want the Capulet code because it gives me minus move speed. And let's face it, I'm not a move speed loser person right now. So I'm going to have to take great expectations of juice boxes. I guess if they can scale their life floors, I can too. Maybe the extra damage per level would make the game too simple. I mean, sometimes does it feel like enemies drop too many things and it makes it a little simple? I wouldn't agree to that, but somebody might out there. Alright, so there's the Woundwort Fortress. Needless to say, we've gotten pretty proficient at beating up Woundworts. I'm going to take Garbovin's Sense of Fear. There's the better bug collection, which if I took it, I could leave this room and level. I wouldn't be very happy about that though. This run's not meant to do anything, and also there were no more spots to get oops, I meant to push E. Oh well. To get A tokens. Well, up we go. And that's how that usually goes. Now, next part. There goes that one. Listen here, you Titan. Down you go. So the Brogg run is going to actually probably take down Goneril and the Woundwort Fortress. Not that it was meant to. Well, I suppose it was meant to. In all honesty, the Brogg's taking down the Woundwort Fortress, and a Brogg rising to become Queen of the Woundworts. It's pretty awesome. Especially after being beaten down and practically threatened. Okay, so did you see something just happen when Goneril showed up? All the bullets, I mean the previous bullets that were on the screen, disappeared. Knock knock. So you can't really shoot the door of the Woundwort Fortress, I think, is what I've been finding out. That's where they bounce off of. Mostly. Doors. Oh, I thought I rolled there. Oh well. You have to be careful when Gonro comes out of her tornado. Sure, it's the best time to hit her because she charges like a rhino. And therefore can only go in a straight line. But it's also one of the worst times to be standing next to her because she'll hit you. Anyway, Brogg run, Woundwort Fortress, Gonro conquered. And let's leave off on the Screen of Triumph. Screen of Triumph. Alright. We'll pick up again on the next floor. And in the next part. This will be Brogg Run Part 1. Conquering the Woundworts. And this is my beat stick.